The High Court has tonight temporarily halted the government's plan to privatize state corporations. This comes after Orange Democratic Movement Party moved to court to challenge the move, citing lack of public participation, as well as arguing that the privatization of some of the proposed state corporations were strategic installations central to the country's national security and heritage. Ruth Mungai puts that story in perspective.
The government has suffered a temporary setback following its plans to privatize state corporations deemed to be non-profitable. In what could send them back to the drawing board, Justice Chacha Mwita suspended the planned privatization after ODM, through Advocate Jackson Awele, argued the public was not given sufficient time to give its views on the Privatization Act, which they argue could fall into the hands of private companies. ODM in its court papers argues that some public assets like the KICC, Kenya Pipeline Company, Kenya Literature Bureau and the Kenya Seed Company can only be privatized with the consent of the people at a referendum. The petitioner says the corporations form part of the sovereign wealth of Kenya with significant cultural and strategic importance to the public. They also queried why the government appeared to be in a rush to dispose its assets. They argue that the government has not demonstrated the urgency to justify the intended rush or any incredible reasons that outweigh the constitutional questions they have raised in their case. On 9th October 2023, President William Ruto assented to the Privatization Bill 2023, the Impunch Act, into law and allowed its commencement as 27th October 2023. Those sued are the Speaker of the National Assembly, CS Treasury, and the Attorney General. Justice Chacha Mwita has directed ODM to serve their papers to the respondents immediately, and the case be heard on February 6 next year. Ruth Wambui for Prime Edition.